Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I'm Jude. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate. And you have free will, so whatever the cards on the messages are, you decide what you do with that information. So let's get on with it, Virgo. And this is for the week commencing the, where are we? 6th of Feb. Fast energy now. Okay. Oh, so firstly, we're just going to have a look at what you've been dealing with, what energy you've been in, what's been going on for you, Virgo. So we've got the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. So what I'm seeing with this, Virgo, is you've been actually in a pretty happy place. There might have been something you've been feeling quite happy about. Maybe a committed relationship is showing with these couple of cards as well. Or a relationship that's evolved into a bit more of a commitment. But there's a sense here of emotional well-being and, commitment in terms of family around you as well, perhaps a committed relationship, a commitment of some sort. Something also that aligns for you with your higher value, that sense of self in your higher value system of what's right for you. A lot of thinking as well is showing up here. So, yeah, a lot of thoughts going on for you is what I'm seeing, Virgo. So if that's the energy you've been in, I'm just now asking what will be the week of the 6th of Feb for you. What is the week like for the 6th of Feb for Virgo? Well, that's a big lot of something happening, but too many for that. We've got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. 2 tens on the table, Virgo. So it feels like maybe something in terms of a chapter, perhaps with family, because we've got these cards here that are all talking about family and commitments. For Virgo, please. I feel like there's one more card that wants to come on here. Did that? Yes, it did. Okay. All right, so we've got the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords, Virgo. So the week, this is for the week starting the Monday, the 6th of Feb. And remember, we've got that big full moon coming as well, which I think is the 5th of Feb. So there's a lot of big energies around next week. It does feel like, because we've got the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant here, followed now by the 10 of Cups, this might be to do with family. The 10 of Cups talks about how we fit in the family. It's a happy card. It's a card that says there's emotional well-being and fulfillment here. It's followed by the 10 of Wands, which means that there does feel like there's a sense of a little bit of an overwhelm or a little bit of a burden almost, or a sense of having to do a lot and almost losing sight of where you're heading. The 8 of Swords sitting immediately beside that, this character's blindfolded and a little bit stuck in their thinking. And the 5 of Swords is often a card where sometimes it can be an external situation where we're feeling a little bit like we're having to fight energetically with our words. But sometimes it's a card of like someone being a bit of a bully around us, or it can be when we maybe do this to ourselves, and then it would be more of a self-sabotaging energy, which, given that it's immediately with this 8 of Swords, which is also about tying ourselves up in knots with our thinking, it feels to me like, there's something happening here within the family dynamic, and it's almost like you've taken on a bit of the burden or the responsibility of it with the 10 of Wands here. But maybe there's some parts of that you need to delegate, Virgo. But I feel like, there's a strength of you because family is very important to you. I'm seeing that here. And with the Hierophant as well, there's a commitment. You are very strong in your commitment with that family energy. But it feels like there's something sitting in here that is like just because you can and you do have that capacity, it's like you've taken on a lot of that energy. And there's part of it here where you need to, with the cards that are showing today, it's like suggesting that maybe it'd be good if you could unlock your thinking a little bit. Yeah. So I'm just going to ask, what's the challenge in this energy, please, for Virgo? What's the challenge, please, for Virgo? What's the challenge in this energy, please? Yeah. So the challenge, Virgo, is the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords. So as a challenge, it's suggesting that the challenge is going to be keeping a lid on your emotion and staying calm. And, yeah, giving yourself a little bit of a rest from the thinking. Because it feels, sometimes with the Four of Swords, this is a card that suggests it's time to go and sit under a tree and meditate for a little bit, or go and have a day at the day spa, or get a massage or something like that. It's like take some time out from the thinking, because in the previous couple of sets of cards here, we've had a lot of thinking going on, and it's almost like you're starting to tie yourself up with your thinking. So the challenge is how you deal with this emotionally, and finding a way to give yourself a little bit of peace from your thoughts, so that you can feel into your heart center and maybe connect more with your higher self again, which brings us back to the Hierophant. So if that's the challenge for Virgo, can you please show us what will help Virgo? What will help Virgo, please? Ooh, big cards, Virgo. Big cards. What will help Virgo, please? Wow, another big one. Okay. Is there anything else here for Virgo? What will help Virgo? Yeah. Good. Okay. Virgo, what we've got here is the Tower, Justice, Chariot, and the Nine of Pentacles. So we asked what will help you in this challenge. The Tower says that there's something a little bit sudden and unexpected that drops in. Now, that can be an idea, it can be a person, it can be a situation, a scenario, it can be an event. But it's something that comes in that changes everything for you. And it really is a big shift and change. This is one of the most major cards for creating change in your life, because it's literally that the Tower comes down and you get to rebuild. The Justice card says for some of you, you might be dealing with a lawyer or some sort of legal aspect. But I feel like it's also about you wanting things, speaking your truth. The Justice card is very much about truth and balance and fairness, but speaking your truth and saying what you need, what you almost I'm hearing what you expect. But it's a very strong sense of balance and fairness. The Chariot talks about how we can move forward, and it's done by aligning our head and our heart. It's like we need to find that alignment within ourselves, which again talks back about the Hierophant and our sense of values and congruency within ourselves of the alignment that we hold. The Nine of Pentacles, I'm really pleased for you, Virgo, that came out, because this is a pentacle, which is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is the card of someone who's very independent, very capable, very able to work with the resources they have around them. They listen and lean into their intuition, which is, an aspect here that we talked about being important in terms of your emotional balance and the family. But also this is a sense of someone who is financially stable and okay, and there's a strong sense here of independence and stability. That's often a card that would represent an earth sign person. It's also an entrepreneurial sort of energy. So this, it might be you have your own business, or there's some aspect here of you, but you're very capable. You manage your resources very well. So it looks like you've got a little bit of a bigger week coming in, Virgo. So I'm just going to close out your reading today with a message from Spirit, please, for Virgo. Ooh. A message from Spirit. Yep, okay. Oh, they're jumping. Things are happening, Virgo. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So the sense here is doing the work, doing what you need to do. The Eight of Coins talks about getting on with things, doing the work, honing it in, which is, we're seeing that here with your Pentacles, but it is getting on with things. The Seven of Wands, that's interesting. The Seven of Swords is also saying that, this is a card that says maybe there's a little bit of compromise needed, just a little bit, but taking what you can, salvaging what you can to move forward, because the Chariot sitting here, that also talks about moving forward. For sometimes the Seven of Swords says there's someone around us being a little bit manipulative, and that may be for some of you. This is general, obviously, so, it's not going to resonate for everyone. There might be that experience happening, but my feeling, because of the Chariot sitting here as well, which is about moving on, moving forward, and doing it in a way where you're quite independent and empowered. This feels like maybe salvage what you can from this situation, Virgo, and moving on, should you choose to. Yeah. All right. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you found it enjoyable, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you've got something you'd like to drop into the comments, that would be great too. Okay, bye from me.